Where you from? I was recently asked this question by a group of gentlemen unknown to me. Some of you might think of this as a friendly question, but some of you might think otherwise, especially the men who came of age in Southern California during the last decades of the previous millennium. You might suspect that this wasn't a friendly inquiry as to my ethnic or geographic origins. This was a challenge and a threat. With a practiced calm, I said, I just live near here, vaguely indicating the general direction of my apartment building. They then proceeded to loudly share where exactly they were from and made it clear where they were from also encompassed the nearby areas. Cool. I guess we're neighbors. Nice to meet you guys. And I walked on as if I had just finished mixing it up with folks at some strangely aggressive networking event. Where you from is short for what set you from, a question regarding one's gang affiliation. The wrong response to this question could lead to violence. And if one happened to be a member of a gang that the questioner considered to be an enemy, the wrong response was the only response available. However, even if one were not in a gang, one can still be tripped up into responding in a way that could be considered a wrong response. But as much potential danger as that encounter presented, I have to admit that I felt a bit nostalgic. There was a time when that question was asked of me more frequently. The first time I was in the 7th grade. I had just started the 7th grade, my first semester, a new school, a magnet school for the district's gifted students, a magnet school combining the 7th through 12th grades together called Whitney High School in Cerritos, the nerd school. I had been a nerd in elementary school, and I was now going to Whitney High School with the rest of the nerds in my school district. But I didn't live in Cerritos, so I had to catch the school bus to get to Whitney in the morning. The bus stop was a few blocks from my home. I was almost to the end of my block when I saw a couple of kids I didn't know crossing the intersection, perpendicular to my street. They were close to my age. They turned and saw me and started walking toward me. One of them in particular seemed to be in charge. Where you from? This question and the context that surrounds it was brand new to me. I wasn't sure what he meant. I did not know the right answers. Where you from? He asked again, more forcefully. I just wanted to get to school, so the only answer that popped into my head was Whitney? The instigator looked incredulous. Whitney? He turned to his friend. Then he started punching me. I had given a wrong answer. A few years later, there was another young man, a different young man standing in front of me, much taller and much heavier than myself. I had turned around to face him when I heard him yell, "Hey, yo, where you from?" It was the summer after my sophomore year in high school. I was in the back area of a drive-in movie theater in Long Beach. I was looking for a payphone. Oh, I don't bang. I rap. I'm in a rap crew. I'm an MC. Now, this was all true. By this time in my young life, I was in a rap group, the Factions crew. I went by the name Flipchild. Oh, so you some kind of rapper? He made it clear by his face and tone of voice that he very much doubted the information that I had given him. Yeah, I flow. All right. His voice got louder. If you flow, then let's hear you flow then. He was not convinced that I was being honest. I had been stopped and detained by his one-man gangster patrol, and this was his way of getting me to show proof of ID. Come on, you said you rap. Go bust a rhyme. There was a hint of ridicule in his voice and rising glee, but menacingly. All right. I took a deep breath and quickly scanned through my head. I was trying to decide which of my rhymes, which of the rap verses that I had written and memorized would be the most appropriate to demonstrate my lyrical prowess in this crucial, unexpected situation. And yes, I was going to bust a pre-written rhyme, a verse of which I had full authorship. I was not going to freestyle. This was not an MC at a house party engaging me in a friendly cipher or even a competitive rap battle. This was a 6-foot-plus heavy-set gangster in a drive-in movie theater complex in Long Beach, insisting I demonstrate that I had the ability to rap. I chose the verse. And while I will not be sharing that verse here, rest assured, it had varying rhyme schemes, both internal and external, filled with wordplay, metaphor, boastfulness, and moments of humor, along with some pop cultural references appropriate to the time. When I started the verse, he was standing still, listening intently. As the cadence of my words coalesced, he started nodding his head and then bobbing to the beat with emphasis. Towards the end of the rhyme, his full frame was rocking in rhythm. The guy was grooving to my lyrical flow. This was a positive sign. Yo, my aggressor was smiling like we had been best friends for years. Oh shit, that was dope. My ID as a rapper had been scanned and approved. Thanks, man. You can spit for real though, he beamed. Hip hop may have literally saved my life at that moment. I thanked him again for his compliment. Yo, what they call you? I'm Flipchild from the Factions crew. Factions crew? Yeah, that's my rap group. And then he introduced himself and his gang affiliation. And then he told me to keep rapping because I was really good at it and he'd buy my album when it came out. This last part as he was walking away. I felt good about myself. I had just given a one-page response to a multiple choice question, and it somehow turned out to be the right answer. I never came across either person again. Not the kid who walked past my street, nor the big guy at the movie theater, but I did learn something about them. Sort of. My next door neighbor in the 7th grade attended the same junior high school as my surprise sparring partner. Forget that guy. You should kick his butt. He's a wimp, my neighbor said, except in harsher language, not unexpected of adolescent boys of the era. As for the big guy in Long Beach, I never heard anything about him again. But there is one thing deep down I believe about him, about my would-be destroyer at the drive-in theater turned talent show judge. That guy had excellent taste in music.
Bravo.
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 That was a great
Hey,
story.
Joma, you want to bust a rhyme?
We got to keep you away from all these microphone wires. Your rhymes are recalled just like them Firestone tires. If I loaned you pliers, could you make your rhymes tighter? And if I knocked your teeth out, would you stop being a biter? I'd be the rhyme writer, rhythmic poetry provider, bring a burst of energy just like a particle collider, verbal prize fighter. I used to wear my shirt a size wider, but now I wore them tighter because the ladies seem to dig it. You asked me, can we kick it? Saying, yes, we can. Hear the drummer getting wicked, so then let's begin. You got a ticket, see the flip, and these you Mexicans get on the microphone and rip it, then we do it again.
Oh, great.
Great job.